with me. I've got former British champion Lee Purdy. What's happening, Lee? You alright?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm just back in taking over.
Now, obviously, the last time I spoke to you was when we was over in Atlantic City, and things didn't quite pan out how you would have wished. But looking back on that now, are you over that now? Are you still disappointed of what happened with the weight, etc.?
Yeah, of course I'm disappointed, but I only had 4 weeks' notice. I'm glad I took the fight. I've learnt so much from that fight, and now I can move on and get enough time to prepare properly for a fight.
I mean, after obviously the situation at the weigh-in, and you knew that even if you'd beaten Devon Alexander, you weren't going to come home with a belt. Was that a bit deflating to know that you were going into that fight, but you couldn't win the title as well?
Sort of in a way, but Barry got something like I'd have been the mandatory, so my next fight and his next fight would have been for the title, and at least then I'd have had a good 10 or 12 week training camp, and I'd have done it properly. So if I couldn't have beat him on 4 weeks, I'd have definitely beat him on 10 or 12.
So I mean, Devon Alexander's quite an underrated fighter in the world. I always feel he's very, very good, without being maybe the big puncher, but he's very accurate, and you know yourself in there how good actually Devon Alexander is.
Yeah, definitely. He was fast. He was hard to hit. But then again, I was really flat that night, and if I would have had a long enough training camp, I believe I could have caused him a few problems.
So I mean, moving forward, obviously, I understand you're going to be fighting later on this year, yet to be confirmed. But weight-wise, do you know where you are and where you want to be weight-wise?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a welterweight. I think I can definitely do it. Like I say, as long as I get the time, which I have this time. If I can't make it properly this time, I will move up to light middle. But I think I am. My nutritionist thinks that I am a welterweight. So, with the time and the preparation that I'm going to get for this next fight, we'll see.
Is that anything to do with obviously your weight in between fights? Has that always not been where you've wanted it to be?
Yeah, making weight wrong a couple of times, and with a rest after a fight, my body seems to put on weight really fast. So this time I've got plenty of time. I'm in the gym like months before my fight. I'll have time to bring my weight down slowly. So next time I have a little bit of time off, it won't go on so fast, I hope, and I can come in and tick over, and I won't be nowhere near as heavy as I normally am.
There was a fight not too long ago, obviously, between two unbeaten fighters at the time in your weight, obviously Frankie Gavin and Denton Vassell. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, it was an interesting fight. I thought it was going the way it was always going to go. Obviously Gavin was going to take the early rounds, and I thought Denton would come on strong, but he suffered a jaw injury, and he had to get pulled out.
How highly do you rate Frankie Gavin as a fighter? Is he ready for that step up to world level yet, do you think?
Not quite. It's the thing with Gavin. He's always going to be tricky for a few rounds, but it's the later rounds that we're going to have to see what he's made of, and that's why I always thought that Denton would be able to beat him if he'd got through the first half of the fight, but we didn't get to see that side of Gavin, but hopefully maybe one day down the line, me and Gavin can get it on.
Going back to America, how did you find the whole American experience? You're obviously first time in that sort of spotlight. I know because all the American media were coming up to me and asking me, "Hey man, why doesn't that Lee Purdy talk?" I said, "Oh, he's just quiet." But before he done the round table, but they was all asking me because they're used to people coming over there, and bro, you're a little bit more reserved as we know. So, but how did you find the whole experience in general?
I thought it was unbelievable. It was, and I'd love to do it again. Hopefully one day I'll get the opportunity to do it again. I loved every minute of it, and all the exposure I got. I know the fight weren't the way I wanted it to go, but then again I've learnt so much from that. I think I'll come back a 10 times better fighter.
Such an interesting division, obviously. On the worldwide stage, you got Devon Alexander, obviously, in talks of a fight with Amir Khan. You got obviously your stablemate, promotional stablemate Kell Brook fighting Sinchenko this year. So it's all happening. Yeah,
it's probably the hardest division at the moment, and I'm glad to be part of it. Hopefully I can get a good win by the end of the year, and be looking for big fights next year.
Is that what you feel you need then, like a good domestic name to get yourself back into that mix?
Yeah, most definitely get a good name at the end of the year, and hopefully that'll put me on good stead for a good fight beginning of next year.
Training with Tony Sims, obviously, how's it been going since you've come back from America?
Yeah, no, good. I'm been in for a couple of weeks. I'm just ticking over. Wait until we get a date and a person confirmed, and then we'll jump on it full time.
Definitely. What else you been doing aside from boxing?
Yeah, nothing really. I ain't been on holiday yet, so I'm going to watch Darren next week. So I'll sort of kill two birds with one stone there. I'll go over there, watch Darren, and bring the title back, and that'll be my holiday for the year.
Definitely. It's like when I go out to these places, obviously to watch boxing and that, it is an holiday, but it's not an holiday at the same time, because I'm going out there to sort of interview and harass people and never really get a chance to top up the tan, Lee, you know what I mean?
Well, when I was over there, I was training and obviously fighting, so this time I can sort of take a step back and just watch Darren do all the hard work, and I can just enjoy myself.
It's got a great chance. I mean, obviously Darren going out there fighting next Saturday. It's been a long time since someone had gone to America, and like I said, come back with a title.
Most definitely, Darren's more than capable of doing it, and a lot of people say being upset, but it's not going to be no upset. Everyone's behind Darren in the gym, and we all believe he can do it, and I think he will do it.
This bit says turning into a bit of a sauna, isn't it? It weren't actually hot when I sat down next to you. It was turned fucking hot.
Yeah, it's Tony got the heaters on. He's always puts heaters on in the gym.
That Man Mountain Anthony Joshua's banging away over there.
Yeah.
All right, well, Lee, listen, thank you very much for talking to us. We look forward to, like I said, when your next fight's announced and seeing you get back into the mix of that 147 division.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
All right. This is KUGAN CASSIUS with Lee Purdy here at the Gator ABC. Thank you very much.